Good morning students. This is a video for the students of class 6 subject science. So today we will start a new chapter number 13, that is fun with magnets. This is your lecture number 1, and in this lecture we will revise all the activities given in your book. Okay, means we will do pre-text activities. Activity number 1 is, the aim of this activity is to study the effect of a magnet. And for doing this activity, take a plastic or paper cup, fix it on a stand with the help of clamp as shown in figure. Okay, fix it means fix this paper cup or plastic cup on a stand with the help of clamp as shown in the figure. Now place a magnet inside the cup and cover it with a paper so that the magnet is not visible. Means place a magnet into the cup. Now attach a thread to a clip made of iron and fix the other end of the thread at the base of the stand. Now bring the clip near the base of the cup. So when you bring the clip near the base of the cup, then you will see the clip is raised in air without support, like a kite. But now the question is, why the clip is raised? Means why the clip attracted towards the cup? Means now the question is, why pin means clip attracted towards the cup? So we know that we have placed a magnet inside the cup. So because of the magnet which is inside the cup, the pin or clip attracted towards the cup. Why? Because magnets are the special substances that attract iron or iron made objects. So because of this property of magnet, the clip which is made up of iron, means the pin which is made up of iron, attracted towards the cup. Okay, because of the magnetic effect. Now activity number 2 is, aim of this activity to find magnetic and non-magnetic materials. So method is, take a walking stick and tie a small magnet to its lower end. Now walk around with this stick like Magnus. Means Magnus is a person who discovered magnet. Okay, and Magnus also discovered magnet when he was out of his ship. Okay, and when he observed that his stick is attracted towards a rock, that is magnet. So like Magnus, walk around with this stick. If the objects attracted towards the stick means by magnet, then that object is said to be magnetic material, and the object which is not attracted towards magnet is called non-magnetic material. Means when you touch that stick to different objects, then the object which is attracted towards the stick in which a magnet is attached, then that object is magnetic in nature, and the objects which is or which are not attracted towards magnet is called non-magnetic in nature. So in this way we can identify that whether the material is magnetic or non-magnetic. Now a table is given to you in which you have to mention the name of the object and the material which the object is made up of, and it is attracted towards the magnet or not. So first object is iron ball, which is made up of iron, and we know that magnet can attract iron made objects, so it is attracted towards the magnet, so write yes. Next is scale, it is made up of plastic and it is not attracted towards magnet, so write no. Third is shoe, which is made up of leather. Now this is your work, means you have to write that whether it is attracted towards the magnet or not. Okay. Now activity number 3 is rub a magnet in the sand or soil and then pull out the magnet. So when you pull out the magnet, are there some particles of sand or soil sticking to the magnet? Now gently shake the magnet to remove the particles of sand or soil. Are some particles sticking to it? You will see that some particles may be stick to the magnet because there might be small pieces of iron, means iron fillings, which is present in the soil, picked up from the soil by the magnet. Means if some iron fillings are present in the soil, then it attracts toward the magnet and stick to the magnet. So this will show that iron fillings are present or not in the soil. Okay. Now this figure A is showing to you that many iron fillings are present in the soil which is sticking to the magnet. And figure B is showing that some iron fillings were present in the soil, okay, which stick to the magnet. And figure C shows that very few iron fillings, very small or very less iron fillings are present in the soil, okay, which get attracted or stick to the magnet. Okay. So in this way we can find out that iron fillings are present in the sand or not. Now a table is given to you in which you have to mention the name of location, means the name of the place in which you rub the magnet, okay, means like your colony name, town name, city name, village name, okay. And did you find iron fillings sticking to the magnet? Okay, if you find many iron fillings, then write many. If you find very few, then write very few, or otherwise none. Okay, if no iron fillings sticking to the magnet, then write none. So you have to fill this table yourself. Now our next activity, activity number 4 is, aim of this activity to locate the poles of a magnet. And the things required for doing this activity: sheet of paper, iron fillings, and take a magnet. Method of doing this activity is, pour some iron fillings on a white sheet and then bring a magnet close to the fillings and observe what happens. So when you bring a magnet close to the fillings, then iron fillings sticking to the magnet or attracted towards the magnet. And you will see that most of the iron fillings stick to the ends of the magnet. Okay, means the both ends of the magnet. That most of the iron fillings stick to the ends of the magnet as shown in this picture. These two ends are called poles of a magnet. The end which is towards north is called north pole, and the end which is towards south direction, that is called south pole. And what is the reason why most of the iron fillings stick to the ends or stick to the poles of the magnet? because of the magnetic effect, means because of the stronger magnetic effect. The magnetic effect is strongest at the poles. Okay, there are two poles, north pole and south pole. Okay, so the magnetic effect is strongest at the poles. Now next activity, activity number 5. The aim of this activity to show a freely suspended bar magnet. Bar magnet means rectangular magnet, or it is an artificial magnet. Okay, so aim is to show a freely suspended bar magnet always come to rest in the same direction, that is north-south direction. It means we will show that a freely suspended bar magnet will always come to rest in north-south direction. So for doing this activity, things required are bar magnet, thread and wooden stand. Okay, so now take a bar magnet and put a mark on the magnet for its identification, and then tie a thread at the middle of the magnet so that you may suspend it from a wooden stand. Means for suspending the magnet from a wooden stand, tie a thread at the middle of the magnet. Now let it come to rest. Now rotate the magnet by gently pushing one end in any direction and let it come to rest. And now rotate again the magnet but in other direction. And after rotating, note the final direction in which it come to rest. Means when it comes to rest, then note the final direction. As shown in this picture, take a bar magnet and suspend it from a wooden stand with the help of thread and rotate the magnet. Okay, and note the direction in which the magnet come to rest. So you will see, means you will observe that every time magnet comes to rest in same direction, means when you rotate it in any direction, means when you rotate the magnet, then it will come to rest in the same direction. It doesn't matter that in which direction you rotate the magnet, but finally it will come to rest in same direction. Means the magnet comes to rest in north-south direction. Means when you suspend a bar magnet or any other magnet freely, then it always comes to rest in north-south direction. Okay, so in this way we have proved. Activity number 6 is aim of this activity to tell direction with the help of a magnet. Means how magnet is helpful for finding out the direction. So method is magnetize an iron needle using a bar magnet. Now insert the magnetized needle, means this needle, on through a small piece of cork or foam. Means insert this magnetized needle onto a small piece of cork and let the cork float in water. Make a note of direction in which the needle points. Means note the direction in which the needle points when the cork is floating. Now rotate the cork begins to float again without rotating. So now question is, does the needle always point in the same direction? So yes, the needle will always point in the same direction. Means it will always specify the particular direction. Okay, and if it is specify the particular direction, it means we can find out the direction. Means we can use the magnet to find out the direction. Okay, so these are the activities related to this chapter. Okay, it is also given in book, means these activities are also given in your book. So your today's homework is write observation or conclusion of each activity and read each activity from the book. Okay, read each activity from the book also. So this ends for today's lecture. Thank you.